Hello everyone, my name is Sean McDonough and Matt Fox and Massimo Boncaldo did this project with me. Howdy, my name is Dr. McDonough and I want to welcome you to Crash Course World History. In the next 4 to 5 minutes, we'll be learning about the crisis of AIDS in Africa. Although AIDS is around in a time with many other deadly epidemics, it is surely the worst of its time, devastating many nations. The disease known as AIDS, acquired immune deficiency syndrome, attacks the immune system of its victims and leaves them open to deadly infections. AIDS is the greatest global health issue in history. In 2013, 35 million people in the world that are living with HIV. HIV stands for Human Immunodeficiency Virus and can lead to the virus of AIDS. HIV can only affect humans and no other species. It attacks T cells in a human body and kills them to make room for themselves. T cells are what fight infections and diseases in the human body. So without them, the human body cannot fight off HIV. So once a human gets HIV, they can never get rid of the disease. Once enough T cells are killed by HIV and the immune system is weak enough, the human with the disease progresses onto AIDS. Some people falsely believe that HIV can just travel through saliva or through the air, but they are mistaken. The virus does not tend to live very long outside the human body. The most common ways of the spread of HIV is through sex with someone who has the disease, or through needles that you would inject yourself with that people use that have it. Theories claim that the entire HIV and AIDS epidemic originated in Africa. The bushmeat theory states that apes in Africa were first infected with the disease, and that when native African hunters came across these infected apes' blood, they acquired this disease. In sub-Saharan Africa, there are around 24.7 million people living with HIV, which is almost 63% of the sub-Saharan. A reason HIV is so rapid in Africa is because in this area the practice of concurrency is common, where husbands and wives tend to have sex with other partners, which will spread the disease like wildfire. Lots of prostitutes in the continent carry HIV as well, and they spread it to their customers. Another problem with the mass spread of HIV and AIDS through the sub-Saharan Africa is the continent's weak economy and health industries. The African economies are not strong enough to help aid this disease, so the people infected must sell their belongings in order to fight the disease. The lack of economy and health industries cause even bigger problems with politics. A major antagonist against the fight with AIDS is Thabo Mbeki. Thabo Mbeki was the president of South Africa after Nelson Mandela, who ran between June 14, 1999 to September 24, 2008. Mbeki controversially declared that HIV did not have anything to do with AIDS. Not many people of the nation agree with Mbeki, so eventually his cabinet overrode him and established that HIV was directly related to AIDS. This taught the people to fight the HIV virus initially because it would turn into AIDS if not cared for properly. It is now time for a letter from Thabo Mbeki. Dear Thabo Mbeki, what were you thinking when you made the decision to tell your people that HIV has nothing to do with AIDS? AIDS is a stage, the final one of HIV. It has everything to do with HIV. This was just a poor claim that you addressed to your people, which hurt them in the long run. I hope you have come to the conclusion that HIV does in fact have everything to do with AIDS. So next time, please keep your ideas to yourself and look to run your nation like the clever men of Senegal. Best wishes, Dr. McDonough. This is a perfect segue to an example of a government in Africa that is dealing with the AIDS crisis fairly well. The nation of Senegal dealt with AIDS and HIV so well because their strong political leaders created a problem to fight this virus. It was called SIDA. SIDA. This is a strong example for African nations fighting the epidemic. For them to use to base their fight and research off of. Finally, time for our secret compartment. Oh, it says the cure for AIDS, but too bad there is no real cure for HIV or AIDS yet. Although there are ways of preventing the virus from killing you, there are multiple medications such as RAV, RAT, and the cocktail, which together can help your immune system fight the disease to stay alive. But then again, in Africa, most nations can nearly afford water or food for their people, never mind these expensive medications. The AIDS crisis in Africa is ongoing even today and is deeply hurting the continent. Let's pray a cure is found in the near future. And on that note, Dr. McDonough out.